So this is my client, Ernie. She started working with me a little over 6 weeks ago now. And you are helping dance instructors build out their school communities and monetize. A lot of them are like instructors that are already making money in person, but you are helping them build online communities, correct? Gotcha. So let's start here. Like before we started working together, how long had you been like working to kind of figure things out, build your business, and get your first client?
It's been a long time, but I would say when I finally kind of figured out like the niche, I was like, okay, I want to help dancers.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, shoot, since November of 2024 last year,
Okay.
that's when I kind of started like DMing people and telling them about school, mainly dance instructors, and it wasn't hitting, it wasn't working.
Okay. So from that point forward, how long did it take for you to get your first four clients so far?
I feel like after starting with you was like the first month. It was
Okay.
crazy. It was like one or two in the first week, and then after that, every week, I was getting a yes and starting to work with somebody.
Dope, dope. Okay,
Yeah,
so I think the last time we talked, you told me you had hit about 7.5K contracted sales, right? And plus
yeah,
potentially another 4K coming in with this next lady.
yeah.
So that's a pretty huge change from, just 6 weeks ago, right? And you've been working on this for 6 months. So I guess were you like shocked when you started seeing results, or how did that feel?
I was shocked, but I was also like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is how it feels.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down, calm down. It feels so good, man. That first yes,
Mhm.
and just the first somebody booking the first call, right? I mean, that was
Yeah.
like cool, very cool. And it's a process, but and I needed that process because every
Yeah.
little small win, it gives you that motor, it gives you motivation, and it makes you see like, oh, I can do this. I just
Yeah.
like, how did I get them to book a call? Oh, I've been doing my DMs every day, right? And you
Hmm.
can once you see the process that you're doing, and then you see something come from that, I'll be like, damn, okay, I gotta let me get these DMs in every day. know?
Yeah.
And it's like when I miss out on, just kind of reaching out and I'm like, dang, I haven't been talking to nobody. Yeah, that's because
Mhm.
I have slacked on something in my process. So
100%.
it feels so good. Feels so good.
Okay. So before you started working with me, where did you feel like you were stuck the most in your business at that point?
Mm. I was stuck in this hamster wheel of like, should I do dance instructor? Should I not? The niche part.
Mm. Okay.
Like it was a good niche, and I was making sure I was gonna be in a decent niche. I would have whatever kind of market placement or positioning I would have. Is there competition? Is there none? Like, what is it? I was doing that research, but then it's like I would doubt what I was seeing because there's not really. I
Yeah.
mean, market is it's kind of open, and any dance business coaches are mainly focused on studios, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm targeting a little bit of different dance instructors, so that was cool.
Mhm.
But I was like, am I seeing this right? Like, is this
Yeah.
how could this happen, right?
Yeah.
To be a good niche for myself, and then it's like, oh no, it's probably let me look at some other niche. That I was doing that forever.
Okay. So you're
That's the
just kind
main
of like
thing.
trying to prove the fact that like this could actually work for you, basically, or like this was a viable business.
Right, exactly.
Okay. And what do you feel like in that process, what do you feel was missing that you couldn't kind of figure out on your own?
Mm. Um, just a go ahead. Like, I think I don't know about anything missing, but it's just me in general wanting to have so much data, so much proof that some I should go forward with something like that. I know that that is my kryptonite.
Yeah.
And like now it's so cool. I'm really working on just doing stuff like
Hmm.
whatever it is, just do it. Like do it as fast as you can, get the idea and do it. And you can see, yes, it's gonna work or no, it's not gonna work. But the
Yeah.
biggest thing I learned from that is like you need the data to even go left, right, forward, or back anyway. So you gotta
Yep.
do something. You can't stay in one spot. you know?
Yeah, 100%. It's like when you're out there and you're like, "Well, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I do this thing?" It's like it could all of it could work, but you don't know until you try it. So it's like you can sit here and think about the theory all day, but until you take
Uh,
action towards that thing, you're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't really matter.
no.
So when you were in that place, right? I think you joined my school community, but where did you find me from originally?
I feel like it's hard because I stalked you. Once I found you, I was stalking you. So I don't know. I actually found you on school looking for different groups that were teaching about how to build a business online as a coach. So I was looking
Mm,
for more of those type of school communities, and I think I found yours, and I found your Instagram, and then went there, and you had some like bomb testimonials, and and yeah, and also like I just to be frank, like I love working with people that look like me, you know.
yeah, yeah.
I'm a different type of coach in any industry. I'm a different type of person that,
Hmm.
people don't necessarily see a lot, I guess. And
Yeah.
it's cool to work with somebody like that and that's already successful, right? And just I get to be myself even more, you know?
Yeah, 100%. You don't feel like you have to explain yourself. You feel like you're just kind of accepted because we get it. We get each other. Yeah. I love
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were skeptical before you joined?
Um, Not really. Not really.
Really?
I was I was just I wasn't skeptical. I just move slow, and that's the problem. That be the
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
I just be moving slow and like, oh, is this going to be the right decision? I'm
Yeah.
such a like I want to do things once, right? The
Mhm.
perfection thing. That's me. So I'm recovering perfectionaholic. So everybody, it's okay.
Okay.
But like when we talked, we had a couple calls, I think, and it was just like, what am I waiting for?
Yeah.
It's now or never. Like, what you waiting for? You know you need help. And I got sick of being in the same hamster wheel. I was like, come on,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Been there, done that 1,000 times over. Okay. So let's change up a little bit and talk about like systems and stuff. So when you joined, what were the things that we really did together in the first 30 days that really helped you get that structure and some direction in your business?
Yeah, I think for me it was mainly like nailing down specifics of the niche and clarity, getting just more clear for me. What transformation was I looking to give? I think that's really important at the beginning because it's like we can be so vague with the results that we're going to try and get, or it can
Mhm.
just be, it might be too much, even at the beginning. So like if I promise I'm gonna make somebody 20K at the beginning of my business, that might not be so smart. Maybe I can, but like maybe I need to make that promise more tangible. Like, hey, I'm gonna put systems in your business so that you can save time and all the different things that they talk about the pain points more so than like
Mhm.
the future. So like just messaging, right? Needs transformation messaging and just the foundation of like what is my brand, what are you about, what are you going to do, so that I can move forward. So because all of that stuff was rocky, it was kind of just in the air in my head, but it wasn't cemented, written down, and just small, short and clear.
Yeah. So you would say like the really just the foundations of your business, right? Because I think coming in, you had wanted to start with a group offer, and I kind of talked you down that hill a little bit just because, like, we need to prove out your process. We need to create the frameworks behind what it is that you do. We need to have
Yeah.
clarity and specificity around who your target audience is, what that transformation is, getting all that stuff clear so we can say, okay,
Hmm.
I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what transformation I'm going to help people with. I know how to do it. I've created processes, which we're still kind of automating some of that stuff right now and laying the groundwork, but all right, every time I work with a client, this is the process I run them through. And just
Hmm.
that in and of itself, I think for you, like I've seen your confidence change over time from like when we started in the beginning to now it's just like boom, 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 boom. You know exactly what you're doing. You hop on a call with somebody, you already know how to run the call. So I think all
Hmm.
that stuff, I've already seen that change in you from the past like 6 weeks, it's crazy, honestly. Like I see your
Yeah,
confidence level is completely different. You act
yeah.
like a completely different person.
I appreciate that. And I felt it too. It was like within the first call, like every call I gained more clarity and confidence with you. And like I could be having like a shitty week. I'll be like, listen, I need to get to Thursday. I need to talk to Jay. Talk me off the ledge. And every time after our call, like I just have so much energy to go back into especially going into the weekend. I have more time. I'm still working at 9 to 5 right now, but going into the next week, I know exactly what I'm doing and what our goals are so I can focus. Because with me, I need that like 2 or 3 things that I'm focusing on this week. Uh, and I need my coach to tell me that, right? So I can come back next Thursday and hopefully have everything done. But sidetracked. I get sidetracked so easy.
Yeah,
And I know that about myself. And I love having a coach and I love having somebody kind of guide me. And then I can do the rest, you know?
yeah, 100%. So even on that topic, right?
Mhm.
Just getting kind of thrown off into different places all the time. Even as an entrepreneur, it's really hard to stay on track and like, no, okay, these are the things that I need to do. I can't get shiny object syndrome and be going off all over the place on all these other things. So with that being said, like because right now you're working a 9 to 5 job and then you're also working on your business. And I think that's kind of important for people to hear because like nobody just starts off like, boom, I'm full-time coaching and like there's a transition, right? I did that for almost 2 years and it was brutal. So what do you
Yeah.
think, if you could tell people watching this video, like what do you think is some of the like most important factors of how you actually operate and how you've still been able to get results, knowing that you're having to do both at the same time?
Well, knowing when you got to gap your time or block it off. And sorry to say, but you're going to have to get up early. And you're gonna have to work after work.
Yeah.
I'm motivated. I'm in a time of my life where I'm like, I'm motivated. I don't necessarily want to get up early and go to work, but I try to get up at least I go to work at 9. So I try to get up around 6:30 or 6 if I can. At least 2 hours of doing something in the morning, each Monday through Friday, right? And then I'll come home and after work I get off at 5 and then I get home about 5:30 and shoot, I'm back at it at 6. I get something to eat and I at least get another 2 hours, 6 to 8, something done. Because I know my attention span has already been spent. I'm in operations. So operations, you're just doing all kind of stuff all day and it wears me out. And so I try to get the most important things done in the morning when I'm kind of fresh, and then, get some more stuff done after work. So that's what I would do, and focus on, and maybe also make sure that you just kind of already know what you're working on. Like Tuesday morning, I'm doing this, and have those goals that you want to get done. And if it's a huge goal, get one of the little rocks of that goal and say that's what I'm doing for this hour. And break stuff down, make it simple for yourself and try to get, look at your look at the goal and like, okay, can I get this done in a week or can I get it done over the next 3 weeks or something like that? But
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's tough. Like sometimes you need some sleep too. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you can't think as a creative and an entrepreneur and you need to like chill out one night and watch some TV or get some more sleep, you have to do that and listen to your body because the 2 hours of work that you're gonna do is not gonna be anything. Like it's just gonna probably you're gonna spiral and you're gonna look back at 2 hours ago and be like, what did I do? Nothing. I should have just stayed in the bed. I've done that.
Yeah.
Like I should have listened to myself.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. So, all right, from your perspective, since you started like really focusing on this, you started seeing clients come through the door, you're starting to see money come in, right? I remember you
Mhm.
made a comment to me like when you closed your first paid beta client, you were like, "This is the easiest $500 I ever made."
Listen.
So,
It,
what does your life feel like now that's different from where you were before?
mm, I feel like I'm on the path.
Mm,
I'm on the path. Like before working with you, I was just at the start line of the race, just looking.
Yeah.
I'm not in the race. Now
Yeah.
I feel better because I'm in the race and I'm hitting the checkpoints, as I'm going every month, every week working with you. Um, I'm actually just in progress right now, in the process, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more clear. It's a lot more exciting because I know where I'm going, or how do I say this? I know what the next step is. And
Mhm.
like this process has proven that. I've heard that on podcasts, right? Just start so you can get to the next step. But it's like, oh, I'm really living this. I don't need to worry about 2 months from now or next week. What's the next step I need to do today, right? Or in my
Yeah.
business. Um, and that takes out a lot of like thinking for me. I don't have to like try and create no plan. And that's the thing, like getting a coach, I don't have to come up with the plan because the plan
Mhm.
ain't right. Listen, my plan ain't right, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Uh, yeah. That,
so just
yeah. Yep.
somebody help you with that, and then you execute, okay?
Oh God. Yep. I hate to say it, but yeah, like I agree.
Yes, it
I'll
is.
just put it,
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it there. I agree. Um,
Yeah.
so if you were talking to someone that was like where you were a couple months ago, what would you
hmm
say to them right now? They were in
I
the
would
same
say
exact position you were.
absolutely. I would say work with you. Like get what you need to do to work with Coach Jay. Um, and just be ready to work in and listen to what you have to say, right? Um, I know we talked in the beginning, we talked about building the school community, and I was so set on building the school community, right? But you were like, you should probably get a couple one-on-one clients, make sure you know your customer journey, get some work there, reviews. And I think I didn't do that for like a month. And then I was like, yeah, let me just spin the block again and listen to Coach Jay this time. And now we rolling, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and it's okay. It's learning. It's learning. If you're at the beginning of your journey, shorten your learning curve and start and work with you. You need some help, and it's okay. That's how you. That's how you become a better entrepreneur.
yeah.
That's how you become like I'm a athlete. So I understand the coaching. It's like listen and follow and see the results, and you'd be like, okay, I got you. Okay, I see you, coach.
Yeah, I think that's one thing about you that like I really respect is how coachable you are as a person. Like you
hmm
don't come in trying to act like you know it all. Of course you have plenty of knowledge. Like you're a very knowledgeable person. You catch on quickly. I give you the play and you go and run the play and it's very quick, right? So like I think you specifically, you take action so quickly that like that is why you're getting the results. You're just like, oh, this is what I need to do. Cool. Next day you're doing it. Like, and you see those results because you're actually putting in the work. And I think so many times people will ask for what they need to do, and oftentimes they even know what they need to do. They're just not doing it. And
Yeah.
so I think it's not even always about the accountability. It's like having someone in your ear saying like, hey, this is the thing you were supposed to be doing, right? You remember that? Yeah, let's focus on that. And it kind of keeps people on track. But
Exactly.
yeah. So, who do you think would be best for my specific coaching program, knowing that like we're heavily based on technology and efficiency and automations and all that other stuff? Like, who do you think will be best for this?
I think for sure your program is good for beginners, and people that are kind of have already been in business and they kind of maybe they've launched products already, but you never know what you missed in your foundation. So I think really anybody, especially just to work with you and make sure somebody's foundations are correct and maybe they missed something, on that. But for sure, the beginner that is spinning their wheels like me, and then anybody that's kind of like further than me, maybe they were making 10K or something. You have a way of change. I don't know, repositioning or making you see things that you miss. Like somebody that was already making money, like 10K, you could easily probably double that working with them, in like the first
100%.
month or something. Yeah. So like for me, I wasn't making any money yet in at the very beginning. And so I need the foundations, I need the confidence, I need the validation too, like that my idea is
Yeah.
viable and working. Like I think that was just a big fun part too of working with you was like, oh, okay, I did research well and I see I did have a good idea. So that person, right? If you are still in your head about doing the thing that you've been thinking about for the last year, do it. Do it. Like just start, right? And take the first step.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You know, if there was somebody that was like on the fence and they've been thinking about it or they've seen me around or whatever, but they just haven't pulled the trigger because they're like, well, I don't know if it's the right time or whatever, like, what would you say to that person?
When is the right time? The right time was last month, last year, whenever you got the idea. That's me. I'm talking to myself too, because it's like the right time is now because aren't if you aren't making money, if you aren't having the success that you want, the time is now to get somebody to help you figure out what's in the way. And a lot of times it's us. It's something small, but it's us. And it's so small that we aren't able to see it, you know?
Yeah.
And then also like for me, like your testimonials are fire. Your testimonials are fire with the people that you have helped in different industries and categories. And then also for me is like I'm doing this and I don't even have 1,000 followers. And one thing about you and your content you say is like you can build a great business as a coach and you don't have to have this huge following.
Yeah.
And I think that messaging brought me in too because I'm like, dang, how long it's gonna take me to get 5,000 followers to even like get people's attention, you know?
So you really
And
thought like you needed like
a
5,000
hundred,
forever. That was
a
your
hundred percent. Like, and that's
see,
not even nothing. Like, it's like
yeah.
I'm 50K, 20K. I don't even know how to get there. So, but that really helped me change my mindset of like, oh shoot, I can't. Okay, okay, I can. That's something that's different than what people are saying. Oh, I'm gonna
Hmm.
build your following up to this. But why? Like, not why if I can get high ticket clients, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
that
that's
that was a lot off my shoulders too. Like for
yeah.
real, I was stressed. I was like, I had this content out and all this stuff. I'm like,
Yeah. And it's like, okay, content is important, right? Building your audience
yeah.
is important. I won't detract from that and say that it's not like it's not meaningless, but I
Hmm.
know people that like I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to put their business out there, but there
Yeah.
are people that have come to me with 300,000 followers, 500,000. They're not making a single dollar. It's about knowing how to actually convert people, right? So
Yeah.
if you can't close sales with 100 followers, 200 followers, what makes you think you can do that with 100,000? The problem is
True.
conversion, sales, knowing how to drive traffic in the right way, knowing how to market yourself properly, right? Knowing how to pull people in. So, like follower count, it just really doesn't matter if you don't understand those skills. And that's why
Hmm.
people are so focused on that, that like if you get that following, you may not even make any money from it. So it's like focus on the skills that you need to build and then build up your
Hmm.
following based on that foundation. So 100%
That's
agree.
wild.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know people that have almost 1 million followers, like, and they're making like 5 grand a month.
That's crazy.
And me,
I'm seeing the same thing.
yeah, like,
I'm seeing the same thing with my clients too. Like dancers they have huge followings, and I'm like, I kind of look through their funnel and like, I see what they have created in their offers, and it's like,
mhm.
are you kidding me? You got 300,000 and you don't have anything, or you don't have
Yeah,
a mini class set up with all these
hmm
people messaging you. It's ridiculous. So I'm like,
yeah.
that's why I'm here.
Exactly, exactly. It's beautiful though. One other thing that I want to mention, because like when we first started talking, your biggest concern was the cost. Like it was the money. You're like, well, I don't know if I can do it because of this or whatever. But literally in your first 6 weeks in the program, you've made more than that, right? Contracted. Like you have more than that, more than the entire cost of the program. So like
Mhm.
just from that alone, if you had a money concern, how do you feel about it now?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that also allows me to be like, okay, let's really dig into this. So I got the program taken care of, and let's get some more.
Yep, because everything outside of that is just straight up profit. And so like
Yeah.
since you did that so early on, it's like you don't even have to worry about that. Every single dollar you make is just cash in your pocket. So
That was a good question because you just have to trust. For the people that are, on the fence, you have to trust the process. Coach Jay is gonna get you there. And you also just gotta trust you. If somebody's gonna give you the play, most of that is on you. She's gonna give you the right play. It's on you to do what you need to do every week, right? And then ask for support.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
100%. All right, man. I appreciate the talk. Appreciate the call.